Good evening, everyone. Hope y'all have had a good Saturday. We've had great weather once again today. It was another warm day. Temperatures made it up to the mid-90s here in Jackson, 95 degrees, 96 in Vicksburg, unofficially 96 in Hattiesburg as well. So while it's been warm, typically high temperature right at 88 degrees. So we continue to run just a little above average, about 7 degrees here in the city of Jackson. We have had lower dew points, so the winds coming out of the northeast so far today, bringing some of that drier air, 60 degrees, that current temperature overall. Not out of the northeast, dew points were in the 60s, not our temperatures, our dew points were in the 60s, so it hasn't been feeling quite as bad and uncomfortable today. Expect the lower dew points to stick around as we head throughout the weekend. Temperatures in the mid to upper 70s, 75 degrees in Vicksburg and Hattiesburg, already 76 in the city of Jackson, 77 in Natchez and Macomb. We'll drop down to the upper 60s tonight. Live by Max 12, clear as can be. We've been under the influence of high pressure today, not allowing any rain. Have had a few passing clouds, but for the most part, mostly clear skies. Expecting any remaining clouds out there this evening to clear out. So clear skies, 68 degrees for that temperature overnight. For your Sunday, low 90s, 93 degrees, going to be mostly sunny day and hot once again. Winds out of the east at 5 miles an hour. So the dew points will remain in the low 60s, so it's still going to be hot, though, even without that humidity. Still got our upper level ridge. You might hear it referred to as an omega blocking pattern because we've got that trough on the west side of the ridge, a trough on the east side as well, basically keeping that ridge exactly where it is, and that's causing sinking air over these areas, and that's over us. So we've got high pressure at the surface, which is allowing for clearer skies, dry conditions, but also that heat. The 90s are sticking around. Expecting the ridge to continue as we head throughout the first half of the next week, but it will weaken by midweek, which is going to allow for our temperatures to drop back into the low 90s. So it's still going to be hot, but it's not going to be any warmer than what it has been over the past few days. Mid-90s potentially Tuesday and Wednesday, right near there anyway, 94 degrees Tuesday and Wednesday, low 90s Thursday through the rest of the 10-day forecast. And so we're going to have unseasonably warm temperatures. We're going to remain above average throughout the next 8 days. Drier conditions continuing as well because of all that sinking air, not expecting any rain. You will notice on the 5-day rain forecast, though, some rain potentially in Arkansas and Louisiana on Thursday. The reason for that is going to be an approaching cold front. Now, I am expecting this front to weaken as it moves our direction. The model here, this is a long-range model, so it's just showing the potential for where we could see some rain. It's still really lacking the potential for rain Friday afternoon into the evening. I'm just not buying it right now. I am expecting a couple of stray showers, potentially on Thursday for our northwestern counties, and potentially some stray showers on Friday as well. We'll keep watching this, but for now, expecting mostly dry conditions to continue, and really we do need the rain, just not expecting much this week. The drought monitor was released on Thursday. The updated drought monitor every Thursday is released. Shows our northwestern counties being upgraded to a level 2 out of 5 moderate drought. Other portions of central Mississippi and the Pine Belt in that level 1 out of 5 drought. Even worse drought for those further north into the Delta. So we're going to be watching the drought monitor over the next few weeks because with these lower chances of rain, really not really any good chance of rain throughout the next 8 days here in central Mississippi, expecting that drought to only get worse. We are still watching the tropics, still in the middle of hurricane season. Tropical wave off the west coast of Africa has a 60% chance of development as it moves towards the north and west. We'll keep our eyes on this, and I know the tropics have been unusually calm over the past several weeks. Typically, the peak of hurricane season is September the 10th, but our last named storm was Fernand, and that was several weeks ago, and it was only a tropical storm. So we're going to keep watching because we do have several months, a little under 2 months left in hurricane season. It goes through the end of November. We'll still be watching the Atlantic, though. But for here in central Mississippi, we're not going to have to worry about any tropical impacts and not any rain, really, either. A lot of sunshine over the next 8 days, mostly sunny skies, dry conditions continuing. High temperatures in the low 90s, low temperatures in the upper 60s, lower dew points as well. Overall, we are going to be a bit warmer than you would expect for the middle of September, but forecast is not too bad, and we're not going to have any of that rain to talk about either, except on Friday with those slight chances. Okay, we will be on the CW tonight at 9, WJTV at 10, and I appreciate y'all watching on Facebook Live or on YouTube, and y'all have a good evening. I will be back here tomorrow night with your next weather update.